one of the hot topics in the news right now is unemployment and the growing numbers and percentages of people who don't have jobs. And we're fortunate enough to have Polk Works here in our county to kind of help combat that. And here with us today in the studio, we have Marybeth Soderstrom. She's the community outreach coordinator with Polk Works, and we also have Tony Forbes. He is on the Veterans Outreach team. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
So Polk Works helps people in the community, get jobs and get ready for jobs and stuff like that. But you have a specific event that you're going to talk about today, right?
Absolutely. Yes. So we help connect employers to job seekers, and one of the great ways that we do that is through a few big job fairs during the year, because Employ Florida is an online tool that we use a lot, but sometimes it's hard to connect truly with that employer if you are sitting behind a computer. So a job fair gives you an opportunity to really show who you are and connect with that employer face to face. So on November 7th, we have a job fair coming up, and it's our job fair for veterans in the community, where we open up the doors and we just allow our job seekers to come in and meet with those hiring employers.
Okay, so how many employers, potential employers, are you expecting to have at this job fair?
We're looking to have between 80 and 100 employers at this event. And everybody who attends this event as an employer, they have active jobs, they are ready to hire. So there are some events where we do have our educational partners, but this one's really strictly for our employers.
Okay, so for people who are looking at the title of this event and maybe feel a little bit put off, it's not just for veterans. Everybody can come, right?
Absolutely. Everybody is welcome to come. The first hour of the event is set aside specifically for our veterans, so that they have time just with the employers without the giant crowds. And then after 11 o'clock, it's open to the general public.
Okay, so it starts at 10 for veterans.
Yes.
Okay. And for people, talk to me a little bit about what a job fair is for people who might not have ever been to one.
Well, actually, I'm going to let Tony answer that. He got hired at Polk Works through a job fair.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yes, actually I did. A job fair is a gathering of employers coming in. They're seeking job seekers, actually. And that's how I got hired about a year and a half ago. I was attending one of the Polk Works job fairs. And I was just walking through, talking to different employers, and this one employer I really keyed in on. I had my resume and everything, ready to go, handed it to him. And lo and behold, he gave me a call 2 weeks later, and I've been working for Polk Works ever since then. And it was just great how it happened. So a job fair, it really pays off to be prepared and to just come in ready, and I was just, I did that. I was testing myself in the mirror, and now look, I'm here. I'm with Polk Works.
So you really want to make sure that you come with your resumes, but also dressed to impress, if you will, because it's almost an interview, right? Like
yes.
Absolutely. And you want to wear whatever you would wear to an interview. Just really think about your comfortable shoes, because you will be standing in line or walking, but we actually require that you wear professional dress at our job fairs. And that's really for your benefit, because that first impression, you can only make it one time. And so we want you to be prepared.
Right. It only helps. It can't hurt to just look your best. So Tony, tell me a little bit about some of the other veterans outreach programs or services that Polk Works provides.
Okay. As a disabled veteran myself, we have veterans come in every day that don't know how to prepare for interviews. They don't know about resumes. So we sit down with our vets, we review their resumes if they have one. If not, then we help them put a resume together. A lot of veterans have problems correlating their military skills with the civilian sector. So that's what we come in, and we take their skills as far as training, and we correlate it to the civilian sector, and we put a resume together, listen to skills and abilities, their leadership qualities. A lot of them don't know that they were supervisors and managers, which we call on the civilian side, but they were sergeants and drill sergeants, and they had those leadership capabilities that transfers over to the civilian side. So we put those things on a resume for them, and then we teach them how to talk through those and talk about what they did as far as the military side and how it correlates over to civilian side, and being leaders. And when I had my resume put together, it was put together very well with the Disabled Veteran Outreach team at the Polk Works in Lakeland. And that's how I landed the job, because my leadership skills translated over, and customer service also. So, and lo and behold, that's how it works.
Now, are these one-on-one sessions or services, or are there group classes you can go to prepare?
Well, in the past, it's been one-on-one. They meet one-on-one with us. Each veteran meets with each veteran that enters the building meets with the vet on a one-on-one basis, and then we go through the steps. But for this particular job fair, we're holding workshops. Okay. We have workshops starting tomorrow at 11 o'clock at the Lakeland and the Winter Haven office on teaching the vet how to be prepared for the job fair, from dress to how they should dress, to their etiquette, to how to present themselves. We always say in the first 30 seconds of an interview is your chance to land a job. And if you can conquer that 30 seconds and capture that 30 seconds, you can get a job.
That's really great advice. Marybeth, talk to me a little bit about some of the other services that maybe aren't directed at veterans, but that Polk Works has available to the community.
Absolutely. So we have services for every type of job seeker. So whether you are you're younger, you're between the ages of 16 and 21, and you're not really sure what you want to do, or what kind of career path you're going to go down, or if you're going to go to school, or whatever your next step is, we have a program called Young Leaders, and they work specifically with our young people in Polk County, helping them figure out what that next step is. We have programs that help people who maybe they know what they would like to do, but they just don't have the skills or training. And so in order to get to that next step, to get that sustainable career, we can help them with educational assistance. So helping with tuition and books, and making sure that they get all the way through education, so that then they can get the career that is going to give them a salary that will be sustainable for them and their family. We ultimately want all of our job seekers in high-wage, high-skilled jobs. And so wherever you are in the career spectrum, we're able to help you get to that next step. And sometimes it's getting a job right now because you really need a job right now at your current skill level. And so that's resume assistance, and like we were talking about, working on interviews and practicing, and even really simple stuff. So like when you go to the job fair, having a simple folder to keep your resumes in versus crumpled up your papers, So just all of those little things that you might not think about, but because we're working with the employers as well, we're talking to the employers constantly about what they're looking for and what they need to see in those candidates. And so then we can pass that information to the job seekers and say, hey, this is what, these are the 3 most important things that this job seeker or this employer is looking for. Here's how you can set yourself up for success.
Okay, so what if we've got employers who are watching right now who are seeking these highly skilled candidates? How can they get involved with Polk Works?
All they have to do is call our business services team. We have a special team that actually works. We have representatives from all over the county, and they can help you place your open position on our online job portal, which then will open it up for anybody to see. We can do pre-screening for you. We can actually work with you to set up special recruiting events. So if you have 5 or more positions of a job that you are really trying to fill, you can actually come to our one-stop career center where the job seekers are and interview there, and you can get through 40 interviews in one day, which I know is something that could really save you a lot of time in the long run. And then of course our job fair. So all of our job fairs, all of our services for both the job seekers and the employers are free. And I think that is something that we really try and stress, that we're really here to serve the community, and we want to serve everyone.
Yeah, that's really great. Are there more spaces available for businesses at the November 7th Expo?
Absolutely. We'll keep squeezing them in because we want all the opportunities that those job seekers can have. And so all they need to do is give us a call. Our website, which is polkworks.org, has all the information. And so both our employers and our job seekers can register there.
Marybeth, all of the Polk Works services are free to the community and businesses, so do you have sponsors that you'd like to thank for this expo?
Absolutely. Polk State College is a great friend, and they are letting us use their campus to hold this event. And then actually the entire Florida delegation, so all of our legislators at the state level that represent our county have all come together to help us have this event.
That's really great.
Yeah.
It shows that they are trying to help the community, everybody just get a job. 'Cause
Right.
that's
Absolutely.
Really one of the,
There are about 20,000 individuals in our county who are looking for work each month, but there are about 6,000 open positions. And so that's something that if we all work together, we can help make some of those matches happen more quickly for people.
Now, how many people are you expecting at the expo? I'm guessing are there going to be kind of some long lines, right?
There might be long lines. One of the things that we started doing about a year ago is allowing our job seekers to pre-register through our website, and that really expedites the process. So if you've pre-registered online, then you have a piece of paper, you come in the door, we put in your information and you are good to go. So if you pre-register, your line is definitely shorter and you have way less of a wait time, because we're expecting hundreds of people, maybe into the thousands, depending on what happens that day.
So that's great, but it's not mandatory. It just helps.
Yes.
It just helps.
Yeah. So if you wake up on the morning of the 7th and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go to that job fair, put on a suit and come on down.
Okay, great. Well, Marybeth, Tony, thank you so much for coming on the show today to tell us about this job fair or expo and about all of the services that Polk Works provides.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
So if you are in search of a job, a new job, or maybe you're unemployed, or if you are looking to hire qualified candidates in the Polk County community, you want to get involved with Polk Works. They're having a job fair for veterans and the community on November 7th out at the Polk State College Winter Haven campus. The doors open for veterans at 10 o'clock and then to the general public at 11, and it's going to run all the way until 3 p.m. There will be about 100 employers there seeking candidates in various industries for various jobs. You can pre-register for the event online at polkworks.org. It's not necessary, but it will save you some time in line. Make sure you bring an updated resume and dress to impress.